All right, coders. Today we're going to add to our This is War or War Game lesson that we've been working on. And we're going to add lives. Okay, so if you will open up your browser to a new tab and do makecode.microbit.org if you are not already there. And I will grab mine. And we're not going to click on new project. We're just going to click on war because we're going to add to this one. So we're going to leave all of this here. We're just going to add to our GUI. Okay. So under the variable menu, right here, variables, we're going to create a new variable and we're going to call it hearts because our hearts are going to be recognized as our lives. So type in hearts, H-E-A-R-T-S. And then okay. And so now we have our options for hearts and set hearts and change hearts. And we are going to, now that we've set up our variables, we don't need them quite yet. We're going to go to our basic. And you are going to select the on start. Scroll down and go to your on start right there and drag it to your GUI and just stick it in there. And let's go to our variable and we're going to select the set hearts to 0, that option right there. So click on set hearts to 0 and drag it inside your on start block. And then we're going to turn our volume down because that was really loud. We're going to set our hearts to just 3 because that's going to tell us how many lives we are going to use. Now let's do a set score. And what we need to do is we're going to go to the advanced part in our menu, so basic input all the way down to advanced. We're going to be referencing this menu quite often throughout these lessons. So within advanced, you're going to select game. And in the game, we're going to scroll down until we see set score 0. Click on set score 0. And then you're going to drag it up underneath set score 0. Now we are doing hearts. So we're going to go to our variables and select only the heart option. Click on that and then put it inside your set score block. This tells the game that hearts are equivalent to the score. Okay. And that's how we create lives. Pretty easy, right? So now we're going to show lives. So what we do next is we're going to show lives of how many lives that you have when you press the B button. Okay. So I'm going to get this all set up. So our game will be able to show how many lives we have left based on how many games you have lost, or by how many times you do rock, paper, scissors and you lose that and then you lose a life. So what you're going to do is within the input menu, right over here in the middle, you're going to select that and we're going to click on the on button A block and we're going to put it in the GUI. Now we've already used, we're going to be using on button A for something else. So we're going to select this as B. So when you press the B, it's going to show how many lives you have left. And we're going to do that through showing hearts. So under the logic menu, place an if, else, then statement. So click on logic. And then we're going to do if, then, else block. Select that and slide it in your on button B block. Now we may be running into some traffic down there, so we may have to move this around a little bit, but we'll see when we get there. Okay, let's go back to our logic menu right here in the middle. And we're going to select the comparison of 0 equals 0 comparison. And we're going to select that, and let's drag it and place it in the true statement. Okay. So if 0 equals 0, then. Okay, now we're going to go to this advanced menu in the middle, all the way down to the black advanced. Then you're going to select game again. And in the game menu, you're going to find score. So we're going to scroll down until we just see the word score right there. Select score, and we're going to drag it into the first blank of our comparison. Now we're going to change the equal sign to a greater than sign. So down, 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 where the arrow is pointing to the right. That is our greater than sign. We're going to keep the 0 in the second blank. So to create a heart animation and current heart count when losing a life, we will add some heart LEDs to create hearts that represent each level size. So when you have all of your lives, the heart will be big and then get smaller with each life that you lose. If you choose to go back and change the number of lives you have, you'll need to adjust the code and adjust it to 4 and such like that. Okay. So under the basic menu, I need to scroll up to find my basic menu. Click on that. And we're going to do show icon with the heart. Select that. And we're going to drag it underneath the score block. Show icon, and we're going to keep the heart big. Let's go back under the basic menu and choose another show icon. Select that and place it. Oh, we need to, let's see, let's select now the little heart. And we're going to place it just below the large heart in the same block. So it's blue, blue, one right after the other. Next, we're going to go back into the basic menu again. And we're going to select show LEDs, LEDs. And we're going to click LEDs to create a small triangle. And let's put it right underneath the show icon. And you're going to do a little triangle like this. Okay. You can do it right there, or you can do it a little bit lower right here. That makes more sense. You know, remember how last lesson we added a blank, because then that will show spacing and time. So we're going to do another show LEDs and drag that right underneath your small triangle heart. See how we're kind of overlapping? I'm just going to slide it over. Or I may want to drag this all the way down. Because all we're coding is just a block for the button B. Does that make sense? But this is just for our human brains. The computer actually reads the code. Like, you don't have to have spaces or organization. This is just for us so that we can make sure that we understand what we're doing. Okay. Next, after the show LEDs and nothing, and it's like a pause, a break, like it disappears, we're going to continue to add on so that there will be a message for us at the end of this. So under the basic menu, so go to the middle, click on basic. You're going to go to show number, right? The very first block at the top. Select show number. And we're going to drag it right underneath the empty show LEDs. And then we're going to go under advanced in the menu. It's already open. And we're going to go to game. And then we're going to choose score. So scroll down until you see just the word score and select. This, did you see what it said? It said gets the current score. So we're going to slide that into the 0. Now we're going to go back to basic. And we need to select, go down and select the pause in milliseconds, excuse me. And you're going to slide that block right underneath the show number block. And we're going to keep the number at 100. Then we're going to go back to advanced right here. Go to game. Select game. And then choose change score by 1. There it is right here, change score by 1. Select that. And you're going to slide it just below pause. So even though it says 1, we're taking lives away. So select the 1, and you're going to type in minus, which is by the plus and equals button on your keyboard, 1. And then click out of it. So change the score by -1, and that will take the lives away. Okay. Next, we're going to create a heart animation and current heart count when we lose a life or a heart. So under the basic menu, place show icon. Okay, so go to basic, and go to show icon. I'm gonna make sure that, I feel like we've already done this. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so like I said, we're going to go to the basic, and what we're going to do is this game over sequence, and we're going to do it under the else condition. So we're going to create a heart animation and current heart count when we lose that life. So under basic menu, place the show icon. So let's go to show icon with the heart. Select that. So it's almost like we're going to be copying the same thing that we did previously. Remember, we have to have an if this, then else this, right? So we just put the hearts, score, pause, and change score. And in the else statement below the if statement that we just put the heart, score, pause, and change score into, we're going to choose the large heart like we have. Then go back to basic and do show icon again. Go right underneath that and click it into the same block as the large heart. And let's go into the menu of the drop down and select the small heart. And then we're going to do it again with basic. But this time we're going to make that little triangle heart with the show LEDs. Click it in there and do your cute little small tiny heart. Okay. And then we're going to click into basic again. Click show LEDs again. Click it underneath and leave it blank. Don't click any squares in there because remember that's the pause moment. Now let's place how long that pause will be. Go back to the basic menu and scroll down to pause milliseconds 100, select. And we're going to drop it right underneath the empty show LED platform. And we have the number to 100. Underneath that, we're going to go back to basic, click out, go to basic, and we're going to select show number. So select show number, drag it and put it underneath pause. And we're going to show the number, which is our score. So you're going to go to advanced, game, and inside the game, we're going to find just the word score. So scroll down, select score, and drop it into where the 0 is. Okay. Now, under the basic menu, place show LEDs again, basic, show LEDs, select that, drag it right underneath the show number, and we're going to not click any squares, and then under that, we're going to do the pause in basic. Scroll down to pause, select that block, go underneath, and leave the millisecond 100. And then we're going to do a show string. So go back to basic. We're going to do a show string for a message that will say at the end of this, after the heart, it will say fatality or you're dead, you lose. Fatality, which means you're dead. F-A-T-A-L-I-T-Y. Or you could do game over or dead. Okay. And we're going to show what that's going to look like with a picture. So fun, right? Go to your basic, go to show icon, select show icon, put it underneath the show string, click inside the menu of the heart, and you're going to scroll. You could do a frowny face, or you could scroll down to the skull face, head right there. So that's what it looks like. Go to basic, pause, select pause milliseconds, 100, slide that underneath. We're going to change it to 1500, 1500. And then we're going to code in the advanced menu, game, and the words game over. There it is down there at the bottom, game over. Select that and drop it underneath pause. Okay. So every time you lose a life, okay, it'll go, you click B and it'll have this one, it'll go to the little heart and then to the tiniest heart. And else we have the tiny heart and we push B again and there's nothing. It will pause, it will say dead or you're dead or game over or whatever you choose to write down in there, and it'll show the icon, the picture of the skull head for 15 minutes, and then it will say game over. On our next video, we will go into resetting the game and then do some coding of some taunts and a countdown that you can add to your game. So I hope you're having a great time with this, and I will see you next time. See you later. Bye.